Happy Halloween from all of us here at ShoreSportsZone.com. I'm Rich Krampanis. Before we run out and get that candy, how about some great high school football action as Saturday wraps up Week 8 in the Shore Conference. Let's get started here in Monmouth Regional, where St. John Vianney looks to get to 8-0, taking on the Falcons.
Thanks to Paver Restoration for sponsoring Shore Sports Zone's coverage of St. John Vianney.
St. John Vianney has been on a roll. They have steamrolled most of the opponents they faced this year, but the Lancers found out that Monmouth Regional came to play on Halloween. First drive of the game, Anthony Brown to the end zone, Christian Bouja, the INT. Great job by the Monmouth Regional defense there. And then on fourth down, check out Claren Hoffman-Francis. It was scoreless at the end of one. It took a while for St. John Vianney to get going offensively. Finally, in the second quarter, it's Brown to Khalil Haskins from 6 yards out. At the half, St. John Vianney only up 7-0. But the second half, we saw the St. John Vianney team that has been dominant all year long. Here's Anthony Brown, the 4-yard touchdown run coming right at you. That made it 14-0. And the St. John Vianney defense continued to dominate. Here's Nick Densiski with the quarterback sack. And then it's time for St. John Vianney to put this game away. Brown to Jeff Sheard, into Monmouth Regional territory, all the way down to the 27-yard line. And then on the next play, Brown to Michael Stapert. Stapert gets in the zone, 27-yard touchdown. St. John Vianney goes on to a 48-0 win over Monmouth Regional. Anthony Brown had 4 TD passes and a TD run. Michael Stapert with 2 TD catches. But as you saw in this game, give credit to Monmouth Regional. They hung around for 2 quarters. St. John Vianney goes for a perfect regular season next week. They wrap things up when they host the Manasquan Warriors.
Thanks to Manasquan Bank for sponsoring Shore Sports Zone's coverage of Manasquan High School.
The game of the day was down at Manasquan High. The Warriors playing host to Matawan. This was a thrill ride that went down to the very last second. Special teams starting early on for Manasquan. Check out Devin Williams blocking the punt. Jack Mallett grabbing it out of the air. Wow. He takes it 52 yards. There was a little deliberation, but they said the punt was blocked in front of the line of scrimmage. So Manasquan's in business. The next play, Liam Grebe connecting with Nick Jaime. It was called on the field, a 25-yard TD pass, but it would be overturned. Paul Kruger would quick snap it in from a yard out. It's 6-0. The Warriors strike first. Matawan's defense stepping up. Jake Burlew with the INT. And the first play after that INT, it's L.C. Pearson, 70 yards to Aleem Shaw. Shaw is one of the best linebackers in the state of New Jersey. He can also get it done on offense. Matawan takes a 7-6 lead at the end of one. And then L.C. Pearson distributing the wealth among his weapons. Alex Pierce, who had a big game last week against Long Branch, a 21-yard gain. And then Pearson to Jake Burlew. This covers 32 yards. And now it's time for Matawan to hit the ground. Derek Wiley from 12 yards out. At the half, the Huskies have a 14-6 lead. And then more momentum for Matawan. The second half kickoff is fumbled. Isaiah Phillip with the recovery. But Manasquan's going to get it right back. That's because Pearson is picked off by Shane Flanagan. Good job by the Manasquan defense. And on the very next play, Parker Day. This guy is a big play threat. We have seen him all year long make big plays. That is a 76-yard run to the house. We've got a 14-14 game. Matawan has big play capability as well. It's L.C. Pearson to Makai Caesar. This covers 51 yards. It's 21-14 Matawan. We still got 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. And back and forth it goes. Liam Grebe, 34 yards to Kyle LeBlanc. Down to the Matawan 32. But on the next play, Mike McHugh tips it at the line of scrimmage. Devin Williams with the INT. But the Manasquan defense would stand up. 32 on their 20. Jack Mallett forces and recovers the fumble. Then Matawan's defense. 4th and 2 for Manasquan. Aleem Shaw comes up with the QB sack. And as you can see, back and forth it went. The defense is creating plays. How about Nick Jaime? He gets the INT. And Manasquan's able to turn that turnover into points because it's Parker Day, 53 yards. Wow, that's 2 huge plays for Parker Day in this game. 21-21, 8:28 to go in the fourth. Matawan would regain the lead. Pearson 37 yards on the screen to Sean Ramcharan. Ramcharan so dangerous, 27-21, no good on the extra point. Oh, it's unbelievable. These teams continuing to throw haymakers. Green, it's his turn. Kyle LeBlanc, a 52-yard touchdown. Another missed extra point. It's 27-27, 3:55 to go in the game. But this is where Matawan would take control, and they did it with ball control, and they did it with Makai Caesar. He did it all. You're seeing here 24 yards, 12, and then how about Caesar bowling people over the middle? That's a 22-yard gain. And John Kay knows how to play the hot hand. Give it back to Makai Caesar. It's a 13-yard gain down to the 6-yard line. And then with 4.7 seconds to go, it's Adam Elliott for the win. Elliott comes through. That made it 30-27. Manasquan would try a Hail Mary and fall short, and the Matawan Huskies win a thrill ride. Wow, what a football game. 30-27 is your final. The Huskies continue to play great football. They are on a hot streak. They're now 5-3 on the season. Manasquan gave it all they had at home, but falls short. What a treat. Matawan by 3 over the Warriors in a tremendous football game on Saturday afternoon.
Shore Sports Zone's coverage of the Wall Township Crimson Knights is sponsored by Manasquan Bank and NutriShop.
The Wall Crimson Knights hitting the road on Halloween. It's Wall taking on Colts net. Coach Darian Barnes still looking for that first victory of 2015. First half was all about defense. Here's Mike Andreyko with the quarterback sack. We are scoreless at the half. Second half, something crazy happens. It's Hayden Volk to the air to his twin brother Matt Volk. Well, that wasn't how it was designed. Are you kidding me? That is unbelievable. Let's take a look at the replay. Matt Volk is able to get it off his foot and into his hands. Yeah, that's a top play nominee for sure. 7-0 Colts neck on a wild, wild play. More defense. It's a fumble, and Wall comes up big. Jake Malone with the recovery. So now the Crimson Knights down 7, looking to draw even. Big play here. Scott to Bill Scheider. Does he have it? The officials rule it incomplete, and Wall would come up empty. The Colts neck defense would keep the 0 on the scoreboard. Khaled Mustafa, his 7th sack. You'll see him among the leaders on ShoreSportsZone.com stat zone. And then on the final play of the game, Wall in desperation mode. It's Vinny Gargiulo picking up the loose football, and we've got a scoop and score to wrap things up. Congratulations to the Colts neck Cougars, 13-0 winners over Wall. Darian Barnes, remember, he played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and many NFL teams won a Super Bowl with Tampa Bay in 2002. Our TJ Brustowitz caught up with him after the game. You could hear the emotion. You could see the emotion of what this win means to the Cougars head coach.
They've been working so hard, and finally we've all the work that we've done, all the work these guys have done, and learning how to play the game and play to the left. I'm happy for them. I'm so happy for them. There's no better time. I mean, I'm proud of them. Proud of each and every last one of them.
It feels great, especially to win for Coach Barnes. How much he cares for all of us. We played our hearts out for him, and it just feels great to come out with a win. Tried to high point the ball and bounce on my foot and just looked it in. I don't really know. It's kind of just instincts. Don't really know how it happened, but got lucky.
Coach L.J. Clark and the Lakewood Piners looking to bounce back after losing to RFH last week. Barnegat paying a visit to the Piners. Lakewood's opening drive. Zaire Jones, the great block from Amir Tyler. He keeps it for a 25-yard gain. And then it's Zaire Jones finishing off the drive, 12 yards out. The extra point is no good. 6-0 Lakewood, 8:52 to go in the first. The other Jones, Jair Jones, the diving INT off the deflection. And on the very next play, it's Amir Tyler time. 30 yards for Amir Tyler, 13-0. Lakewood scores twice in the span of a minute 32. The Barnegat special teams unit would step up. The Bengals with a block punt. They recover it inside the 15-yard line. And on a short field, Jake Schmitz from 2 yards out, we got a 13-7 ball game. But Barnegat didn't have an answer for Amir Tyler. This kid is in the top plays every single week. He's a human highlight reel. The cutback, the stiff arm, man, 70 yards for Amir Tyler. That made it 19-7. After another turnover forced by the Piner defense, Tyler can also get it done in between the tackles. Barreling in from 2 yards out, his third touchdown of the first half that made it 25-7. And how about one more great highlight? You know, Amir Tyler had that one-handed catch last week. How about A.D. Palmer? Go get it! Look at that two-point conversion. Lakewood rolls on to a 52-14 win over Barnegat. Amir Tyler with 5 touchdowns. And now the Piners wrap up the regular season next week against Point Pleasant Borough. A win there gives them the outright B-South title.
Shore Sports Zone's coverage of Lacey Township High School is sponsored by Surf Taco.
We had a barn burner in Lacey. The Lions out to a 10-7 lead on Southern at the half. Third quarter action, the Rams driving down 3. Sam Camerata picked off by Chase Stevenson. Then Lacey with a 4th and 1 at the Southern 22. The Rams defense comes up with a huge stop. We've got 11 minutes to go in the game. Southern tries to go back to the air. How about Chase Stevenson? His second INT of the half. The Rams will get the ball back, down 3 with under 2 minutes to go. Pat Walker for 14 yards, and the Rams are on the move. And then Walker, the halfback pass. Oh, clutch. Nick Simonelli for 35, down to the 1-yard line. We've got 37 seconds left to go in the game. Now, 12 seconds to go out of timeouts. Joe Mealy from a yard out. Southern takes a 14-10 lead. Last chance for Lacey with 6 seconds to go. Chase Stevenson picked off by Matt Fleichner. And that is your ball game. Wow, what a finish. 14-10 is your final. Congratulations to Southern Regional coach Chuck Donahue, who picked up his 100th career win as the Rams head coach. That's just one chapter in a Hall of Fame career. And after the game, our Alex Lorenzo caught up with the victorious head coach.
You know, they've done this a couple times this year and at the end of ball games. And, you know, we make a big thing about fighting and learning to fight and learning to stay in the game as long as you can. And how important that is to carry over into your life, you know, to bounce back and fight, and they did today, and it's a great win for them kids. It really is.
Thanks to Tom's Ford for sponsoring Shore Sports Zone's coverage of Keyport High School.
In Middletown, Keyport with a 13-0 lead on Modern Day Prep at the half. We picked this one up in the fourth quarter. The story of this game was Keyport's outstanding defense. The Seraphs driving, that's Travis Alvarez with the quarterback sack. And how about we take some time right now, shine the zone spotlight on Travis Alvarez. 6'7", great basketball player for Keyport as well. Somebody get this guy some wings to enjoy his Sunday watching the highlights. We ask all the players to describe high school football in one word. For Travis Alvarez, it's amazing. Log on to shoresportszone.com. We've got zone spotlights on all the teams in Monmouth and Ocean County. Back to the game action. Another great play by the Keyport defense. Eric Nellis. That is the 8th sack by the Keyport defense. And then it's time for the knockout punch, and it comes courtesy of Keysung Pryor. Great run here into modern-day territory for the first down. And then Pryor, 28 yards. That is a good-looking run right there. Second touchdown of the game for Keysung Pryor. And the Keyport Red Raiders deliver a 20-0 shutout win at Modern Day Prep. It isn't official, but all arrows point towards Keyport returning to postseason play. It was a different kind of celebration, as this was a special win for Keyport, a symbolic win for second-year head coach John Pichkowski, as Keyport is back in the postseason mix. We caught up with the Red Raiders after the contest.
It's amazing, man. They beat us last year, but we came back as a team, and we finished. Every play we finished.
This is my first time playing in the playoffs as a Keyport Raider, so this means a lot to me.
This is a great opportunity for the seniors to continue on the tradition of going into the playoffs and playing Keyport football like they played today. Solid defense and ran the ball effectively.
At Long Branch High, the Green Wave playing host to Neptune. The Scarlet Flyers jumped out to a 14-0 lead, but here comes Long Branch in the second quarter. Keith Cooper, 34-yard run. Cooper's a playmaker. And then Long Branch gets on the board. Juwan Wilkins to Kamar Mims. Great grab in the back of the end zone. At the half, we've got a 14-7 ball game. And then Long Branch comes out strong in the third. Cooper. Wow. Look at this run by Keith Cooper. 62 yards, and just like that, things are tied up. We've got a 14-14 ball game. But Neptune would answer back. Chase Fairbanks to Kamar Rice. Rice has made a lot of highlights this year on Shore Sports Zone. 21-14 Neptune in front, and then the Neptune defense responds. Isaiah Mooney, the INT. Neptune's defense able to create a turnover, and in the fourth quarter, some important insurance for Neptune. Rashid Martin, he extends it over the goal line, The two-quarterback system working for Neptune with Chase Fairbanks and Rasheed Martin is 28-14. Final minute of the ball game. Brandon Lane with this TD catch here. Long Branch is within 7, 28-21. They need to go for the onside kick, but it does not travel 10 yards. And the Neptune Scarlet Flyers hang on for a 28-21 win over Long Branch after a double overtime loss to Wall last week at home. Coach Rodney Taylor's team responds with a quality win on the road over Long Branch. Big test for Neptune next week. They take on Toms River North at home, and then they've got that Thanksgiving Day showdown against Asbury Park. Don't forget to come back to SureSportsZone.com on Sunday. Cast your vote for the top performer and top play from Week 8. The winners receive Monmouth Building Center game balls. For our team at Shore Sports Zone, I'm Rich Krampanis. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next week with more high school football right here on SureSportsZone.com.